as always, Ted, kick us off. Who do you have as your winner of the week?
Well, the winner of the week is the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers is sticking around, and I know there seems to be a lot of talk out there about how could the Green Bay Packers pay what they're reportedly going to pay for a guy as old as Aaron Rodgers is, which I find to be totally ridiculous. The guy is still at the top of his game. Just so everyone knows, 37 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions last year.
That's
The
good.
Green yeah, the Green Bay Packers are nowhere close to as good as they are without Aaron Rodgers. With Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, they've got a great shot at getting to the Super Bowl and perhaps winning the Super Bowl. And I know everyone wants to bring up, well, he hasn't been back and he hasn't won one. He's only got one. Fine. I understand that. See what they are without Aaron Rodgers. They're a shell of what they are right now. When you have a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, you do absolutely everything within your power to keep him. The Green Bay Packers are a winner. It doesn't matter what percentage of the salary cap it's going to cost them. You have to do everything you can to keep Aaron Rodgers. He makes literally every single player on your offense way better than they are without him. You have to keep the guy.
Yeah, and I think they tagged Devontae Adams too, right? So
Yeah.
now we'll see if they're able to work out a long-term agreement, but Rodgers knowing that he'll at least have Devontae Adams. Now that's if Devontae Adams is willing to go out there and play under the franchise tag, which, some guys that can be a difficult decision to make.
That's going to be a huge number for wide receiver this year, right? It's got to
Yeah.
be.
I mean, he's going to be making good money, but I'm sure he's wanting that long-term security when it
Yep.
comes to that deal. I'm a little surprised you didn't go with the Washington Commanders for trading for Carson Wentz. Washington
Yeah.
fans have to be so sad, man.
Which, okay, but that's the point. That's a great point that ties in. When you don't have a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, you're scrambling to do anything that you can to find someone that is adequate, that can help you win football games. There's 10 guys on the planet that are elite game changers in the NFL at quarterback. There's some guys that are really, 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 really good, but there's only a tiny, tiny, tiny handful of guys that are like Aaron Rodgers. And I would contend that there's no one like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and it was hilarious, right? Rappaport put the numbers out there, and Aaron Rodgers hit Twitter, was like, numbers aren't right. That's not true. I was just like, this is so awkward. But hey, he's staying in Green Bay. That's all that matters.
And I don't know what the numbers are going to be, but it sounds like maybe going to be a cap friendly deal. Here's the thing with Aaron Rodgers. I don't think that at this point in his career that this is a money grab, right? If he would have gone onto the open market, he would have commanded an unbelievable amount of money. I think at this point, the more important thing for him is not going to be what does the contract look like, is getting to that second Super Bowl, right? Because once you get Super Bowl number 2, you're in a different group of characters.
Yep. All right. Who do you have as your loser of the week?
Defenses in the AFC West.
Whew.
Just
dang,
unbelievable. The 4 quarterbacks in the AFC West right now are ridiculous. And I know Derek Carr has some haters out there, but the guy still is a stat stuffer, and that offense has been pretty good, even though they went through a crazy year. But Mahomes, Carr, Herbert, and Russell Wilson now in the AFC West, no rest for the weary defensively in that division. That's going to be brutal.
That is brutal. What do you think about what the Seahawks gave or what the Seahawks got from the Broncos. What? 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders, a 5th-rounder, Shelby Harris, Noah Fant, Andrew Luck for Russell Wilson and a 4th-rounder. Seems pretty fair. Like, if Russell Wilson plays like Russell Wilson a couple of years ago, then the Broncos are going to be more than happy giving up that draft capital. But he's got to get back to, like, MVP-type level play. We'll see if he does, right? I know he had the finger last year, some weird dynamics going into that season, but I don't know, man. It's a lot to give up. But once again, it's similar to the Rodgers debate. Like, there's only a handful of those quarterbacks out there. You have a chance to get one.
And it's not an apples to apples situation, right? You're Seattle. Tons of rumors last year that he absolutely wanted out, right? He's done with Seattle. He wants to leave. He's done there. So you have to factor that in as an organization. Like, do we want to pay above and beyond for a guy that we really know isn't locked in and doesn't want to be here?
Right.
You kind of have to factor that in. And if you can get all of those things, I think Drew Lock is a capable quarterback. The situation there in Denver wasn't great for him. It's not like I expect him to go compete and try and win a Super Bowl there at Seattle, but all things considered, it all depends on what you make of those picks, right? You know, just like Russell Wilson was a 3rd-rounder for Seattle, if that would have been a 3rd-rounder that they got in a trade, you would have been saying whoever gave him that 3rd-rounder is an idiot, and that was a great win for Seattle. So time will tell what happens with those picks and who they get.
Yeah. All right, for my winner of the week, thought about going with our guy Orlando Brown. Made 3 Pro Bowls in a row. He got franchise tagged and by the Chiefs. We'll see if they're able to come to a long-term deal at some point, but I believe that means he will make just south of $17 million to play
guaranteed money.
Guaranteed money under the franchise tag. So not a terrible day for our man Orlando Brown. By the way, we got to get him back here on the pod. It's been too long. Also, I thought about going with Kirk Herbstreit. Peter King put it out there. The reports are out there. Herbstreit's going to be Amazon's main analyst for Thursday Night Football and also likely to stay on with ESPN/ABC for all the stuff he does in college. He's going to be making a lot of money. That's a big check coming Herbstreit's way.
He's probably going to be making close to $28 million or so, right? Or more?
Like total, like combined?
Total. Combined, yeah.
Yeah. I would say it's probably closer to like 15 total. Like, I think he makes 6 at ESPN.
Okay.
I think I'm talking a year. I don't know how much Amazon's going to pay him.
Well, I thought it was going to be close to that 20 million mark that they had offered Aikman, right?
Is Herbstreit? Listen, it could be. Maybe even if he gets 15, right? Then he's making north of 20 million.
Yeah. Well, the problem is once that number gets out and someone turns it down, it's like, okay, I know how much you're willing to pay.
Exactly.
Who's your next choice?
Maybe the better question is, who is Kirk Herbstreit's agent?
No doubt.
I'm sure you talk about a leverage position, but my winner of the week, the OKC Thunder's draft position. It's only going to get better because things have gotten bad. Team is 20-45, got 17 games left for the Thunder, and they're going to lose a lot of them because the team announced Lou Dort will miss the remainder of the season after having surgery to fix a torn labrum. Ty Jerome, surgery for a sports hernia. Mike Muscala had ankle surgery. So what that means, people, is we are going to continue to see some of the most brutal lineup combinations in the NBA on the floor for the Thunder. And that's going to lead to a lot of losses. And hopefully they end up with a really, really good draft pick. Hopefully the ping pong balls bounce their way, because even as great as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is, and he's fantastic to watch, he's playing at an extremely high level since the All-Star break, we're still going to have to watch Poku. And no offense to the Oklahoma State fans, but we're going to get a lot of Lindy Waters, Vit Krejci, Olivier Sarr. We could see all those guys on the court at the same time. I've seen it already, Ted. It hurts my soul to watch, but big picture, Yeah,
It's like
Gabe, you
glorified
got to keep the
AAU
big
team.
picture. Big picture in mind. Oh, it's going to be sad.
Yep. Big picture. Yeah, we knew what this was going to be. We knew it was going to be an extended rebuild. So I I wouldn't be shocked if you saw SGA come down with a
Tight hammy.
tweak or something, tight hammy, and miss some extended time down the stretch here.
Nice. All right, for my loser of the week, thought about going with Calvin Ridley.
Oof.
$1,500 on 3 parlays that end up costing him what, $11 million in salary?
Do we know if he even won? Like, what if he didn't even win any money on the $1,500 bets?
It was like a 3-leg, a 5-leg, and an 8-leg parlay. He lost them all.
Oh yeah,
You know he did.
Absolutely.
But Calvin, just have your buddy place the parlay bets, man. Don't just, I know a lot of people are, well, the NFL's got gambling sponsors. Listen, the rule's the rule. Just be smart. It seems awfully harsh, man, but hey, $1,500 to lose 11 million. Oh my gosh.
And just bet with your teammates on your college teams, right? You're going to win all of those, and you just bully everyone into betting against you, right?
Yeah, he went to Bama.
Yeah. All you do is just find the players that played on the team that you're playing that week and bully them into betting you. That's how you do it.
He would have made a couple $1,000s. There's no
The
doubt.
one thing I will say that I'm really interested in is I want to know exactly how they found out.
It got reported by the betting company. They had, like, he used his email. He did it from his phone. And there's a system that, like, the NFL's got a watchdog for all that, and they red flagged it and sent it to the league.
That is
not much
really,
of an investigation.
I know, but I don't know what the
legality of it.
Yeah, because that seems
very big brother.
Very big brother, and I don't know like what the like maybe there's something that you have to sign now.
I'm sure it's
since it's in the contract now that they have these connections that they can use that, but I don't know. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah. So also thought about going with Deion Sanders. Man, sounds like that was a scary situation, right? Like his whole leg was in jeopardy. But
remember, they thought originally that he may die. Right. This is way back whenever he first had the surgery.
Yeah. Wow. So ends up having his big toe and his second toe on his left foot amputated. And brutal. Is it bad that my initial thought was, I wonder now missing 2 toes, how fast he can still run a 40? Does that make me a bad person?
No,
I'd pay
it's probably still pretty good.
Yeah. But my loser of the week, the Atlantic Sun Conference, or maybe it's the NCAA. I blame everyone involved. Bellarmine. Yes, everyone knows Bellarmine. They beat Jacksonville in the ASUN Conference Tournament final. They stormed the court, everything. Joy is being had by all involved, except they don't get to go to the NCAA tournament. Bellarmine is not eligible for the NCAA tournament because it's only in year 2 of a 4-year transition to Division I. So, according to ESPN, Bellarmine is the first men's basketball team in the past 25 seasons to win their conference tournament when they weren't eligible for postseason play. So I guess the ASUN didn't have to let them play in it, but they did, and they ended up winning. And the bid goes to the conference's regular season champ, Jacksonville State, who lost in the semis of the conference tournament. This violates everything that is sacred when it comes to college basketball in the month of March. I will not stand for it. It is ridiculous. All those people ran on the court. The players are going nuts. They get to go to the tournament. This is the rules. I don't care about this 4-year period. It doesn't matter.
A couple of questions. Did Bellarmine know when they stormed the court after the win that it didn't matter, they weren't going to the tournament?
They did.
Okay. Was Jacksonville State, would they have made the tournament anyways? Or did they need the automatic bid that they ended up getting?
needed the auto bid.
That is awesome, right?
If you're Jacksonville State, you're like, this
like-
is incredible.
Bellarmine, let's go. That's awesome.
Yeah, that if Jacksonville would have won, they would have gone, and Jacksonville State would have been out. So I'm sure they were massive Bellarmine, which, by the way, ends in M-I-N-E, but all the announcers call it Bellarmine. So I could be saying it completely wrong. I'm just repeating what I heard.
I like it. It's better that way.
Yeah. All right.